El Azul. Call me blue. Check the news. I'm Texas with the moves. From where everything is bigger, boy, writing's what I do. It don't matter.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's kind of strange you having coffee.
Yeah.
I've only seen it a couple times, and those 2 times is when I brought you a coffee because we were doing a media hit, and you needed to wake up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the deal this morning. Not really tired, but get a good cup of coffee to start your day. So
Nothing like it.
Welcome. We're here again in the Chute Club. It's open a little early this morning, but I'm Ezekiel Mitchell. For all that don't know me, you should if you're watching. But and this is my good buddy Dave.
What's happening?
And today we're pretty much going to open this thing up for a Q&A. So if you didn't see on my Instagram, if you're not following that, go follow that, The Blue Mitchell. We had a Q&A. We opened up the floor for questions. And
how many did you get?
I don't know. We got about 50 questions. We're going to try to go through a few of them in this short period of time that we have, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. And without further ado, I guess we can get into them.
Let's get into it. Let me set a timer here.
Gotta set a timer. So the first question we have is from Sir J_Boss Barber. He says, "What motivates you to want to be better? Want to be a better person and or athlete? What's your why?"
That's a good question.
That is a great question. I guess I need to ask for podcast questions more often, because some people actually have asked some great questions. But what motivates me to be a better person and or athlete? What motivates me to be a better person is just trying to live by God, really. I know in this life there's a lot of things that we do that have become normal, as far as sinning, lusting.
Yeah, society is very different in 2021.
So, I mean, I was brought up on strong Christian morals and values, and that's what kind of drives me to be a better person at the end of the day and a better athlete is my dad always used to tell me, and I know it to be true, is that only the things that we do for Christ will last. And
that's strong. Say that one more time.
Yeah. So, my dad told me when I was a kid, only the things that we do for Christ will last.
That's big.
And that's what it all boils down to for me, is that I can only do so much. I'm still of this world. I can't honestly go and tell anybody that I am some perfect kid that doesn't do anything wrong. I'll be real with y'all, my audience and my friends, is I drink, I have a good time. I'm still a 24-year-old kid that is still learning how to be an adult. And I don't think I'll ever really achieve that, because I do have a childish-like spirit. But that's it, is being better for me and being a better Christian and being a better man for the people around me and the people that are out there watching, and every little kid that's out there that wants to be something greater than themselves. That pretty much goes into my why too, is that I really sincerely enjoy making sure people want to be their best and stop living in this space to where we think that we're only limited to our circumstances.
That's right. No limiting beliefs. My brother texts me that probably every day.
Oh yeah. And speaking on my Christian values, whenever I was a kid, I went to a program, a night program for a church, and there's a pastor there, and he was preaching to the whole congregation, adults and all. And I was a young kid at this point, and he said, if I can't get your attention in 15 minutes, then I can't keep it, and I don't deserve to be here. So he said, if I can't get to my point in 15 minutes, I'm done. But he did preach his sermon in 15 minutes. And what he left us with was aim high and keep that aim. And that's kind of where I'm at, aim high and keep that aim.
And that's what we're trying to do, I think, as a team, right?
As a team.
Because, there's going to be dips. It's not a linear path to get where you want to go. Yeah. And so I lean on you lean on me and Max and Mateo and everybody to say, hey, you pick up the slack. Like, I know what you want, and you tell me your goals, And I'm here to remind you of what those are. It's always good to have people around to support you like that.
What's the most valuable piece of advice you would give a new rider like myself? That came from Sir J _Boss Barber, same guy that asked our first question.
Oh, nice. Good questions.
The most valuable piece of advice that I can give any young rider starting out is don't be afraid to go get on a ton of bulls. And we're living in a day and age again too where everybody thinks that it's handed to you, like everything's supposed to work out, everything's supposed to be boom bang boom bang. I'm on PBR, I'm on tour, I win the world, blah blah blah. Or if I'm pro rodeo, I want to get here, and I feel like that kills a lot of kids' confidence. And a lot of it is because whenever people start out, they want to say, yeah, I'm gonna get on 2 or 3 bulls, and I bucked off all the bulls that I got on. Then they're ready to be done, and they move on and go home, and that last thing that's in their mind is those buck offs that fester with you. And then eventually it's just like, I can't do this. And I feel like I've seen a lot of kids not put their all into it. I don't think bull riding is a sport per se for everybody, because I don't think that everybody has the want to actually want to do it. And because I think it requires a level of commitment that is like none other. I mean, what other sport are you literally asking to pretty much die at any moment whenever you're practicing, whenever you're competing? I mean, there's no timeouts. There's no ref to blow a whistle to say, hey, stop, bull.
Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest piece of advice, is to go in there and learn as much as you can and get on as many bulls as you can, because that's going to lead to more productivity as far as, riding goes.
It's the most inexact, frustrating sport I've ever watched.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can go into a weekend knowing that you and Andrew and everybody are like feeling good, ready to go, drew a good bull. But throw it all out the window as soon as the event starts, because you still don't know which way it's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
You just have no idea. So, yeah, just watching any other sport, like when somebody drops the ball stays still.
Yeah.
When you get off the bull, and you hopefully get off clean, the bull keeps moving around until it decides it's done.
And you got like circumstances like Andrew, his rookie year.
Yeah.
He bucks off his bull, seemingly looks like nothing really happened. He just landed on top of his head, but breaks his neck.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's
you got to really want it. You got to be a little crazy.
There's things that are over in an instant as far as bull riding goes, and whether it's your career or your life, it can be all that in one.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's not an exaggeration.
True as it gets.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Let's see. Colt _Glazer says, how'd you get into bull riding? I guess I've always wanted to be a bull rider. I've always wanted to rodeo. I've always said whenever I was a kid, I looked at Ty Murray, and I read that Ty Murray book when I was a kid, and it said he was the king of cowboys, and he literally could do any rodeo event. If you look back at his history as a kid, he was in the team rope and the calf roping and all that other good stuff, along with eventually carrying his career over into the world of professional rodeo, where he rode bareback horses, saddle bronc horses, and bulls. I wanted to do all that whenever I was a kid. I wanted to do everything. And for the longest, my dad was like, nah, stick to the bucking horses and roping. Like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do that. And I was like, all right, cool.
Is that because it's a safer option?
Yeah, it's a safer option. Okay. And I was like, all right, cool. And eventually they had a play day, like a play day rodeo, which is pretty much a youth rodeo. A bunch of kids come out and ride and pretty much win ribbons and stuff. And
how old are you at that?
15,
okay,
I guess. Yeah, 15. And I entered the steer riding because it was steer riding. And I kind of just fell in love with it. And I was like, hey, Dad, can I enter the next one? Because I was supposed to be riding bareback horses, but there was nowhere for a kid starting out near me to get on horses. So it's like, steers are easy. I can go to the team roping practice pen, and somebody hold a steer for me while I get on them.
Right.
So he let me, and then ended up entering another rodeo, and they said that I was too old for the steer riding, so I had to get into Pee Wee bulls. And then Dad was okay with that, and he said he prayed about it, and God said it's cool. And then after that, I just kept going, and moved up level by level,
Man.
until we're here.
Tell me, I think you mentioned this somewhere, but tell me about, I don't know if it was like a day or a summer when you got on, like, I want to say you just rode bulls the whole day. It was some crazy number.
Yeah, whenever one of the first bull riding schools I went to, I got on 20-something bulls, and then that
In a day.
In a day, and that wasn't the only, time that happened. Like, there was a bull sale in Fort Worth. Everybody was supposed to be there getting on bulls. They had 110 bulls or 120 bulls to sell, and there was 33 of us bull riders. And by the time everybody had got on there too, that they're supposed to get on to actually be competing in the event, everybody was pretty much done. The guy running the event, his name's Tadpole Beck. He was like, "Hey, I'll start paying y'all $20 a head to get on."
What? Hold on. What was his name again?
Tadpole.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Tadpole
Great
Beck.
names in
Tadpole
rodeo.
and Saxon Beck. And Tadpole comes out and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna start paying guys to get on. You get on as many as you want."
So you got excited?
Yeah. I was like, "Heck yeah." And JT's like, "Hey, no, wait a little bit. Money's gonna go up here in a second." He's like, "Yeah, come on, guys, get on these bulls." So I get on a few of them. He's like, "All right, guys, come on, we need these bulls bucked. I'll pay y'all $50 a head." And I was like, "All right, that's all you had to say." And then I got on the rest of however many I got on, and it was pretty crazy. And then I ended up winning the bull riding, and then I got paid for as many mount outs as I got on.
Double up.
And Tad really didn't pay me for all my mount outs neither. But
Tadpole.
But
What's up with that?
Tad's been taking care of me a lot.
That's good. It all evens out.
Yeah, he's taking care of me a lot. He's a great guy.
Wow. So I mean, it's just like the whole adage, the 10,000 hours.
Mhm.
And for you, obviously, an 8-second bull ride, you can't really translate that into the same amount of time in an hour.
Mhm.
Because I think, I don't know what it would be, like maybe 8 seconds is worth an hour of practice doing something else. Just because you can't really, you can't simulate it. You have the buck and barrel, you have other things, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, no. That's what I was told that too. I've been told two things. They said whenever you start riding bulls, you get a mouthful of marbles, and then every time you ride a bull for 8 seconds, you spit a marble out. When you lost all your marbles, you're a bull rider.
That's great.
And then I've heard it takes an hour to learn how to ride bulls,
Right.
and that's not an hour as far as I'm going to the practice pen for an hour.
Right.
It's how many times I've added up
8.
you getting on 8 plus 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1. And then when you finally equal an hour, you kind of got a grasp on what it's like to ride bulls.
That's a lot of bulls, by the way.
Yeah, that's a lot of bulls.
Shoot.
That's a lot of bulls even riding them for 8 seconds.
Even if you're getting all of them.
Yeah, that's why you ride for 10, guys.
All right, ride for 10
seconds.
That's good advice.
Yeah, that way you get your hour down a lot faster.
Man.
Let's see what else we got over here in these questions. Drop my phone. Let's see. Kind of just answered one of those questions they just asked. What's been your worst accident so far? That comes from Kate_Mearns. I guess I'd have to say, I don't know, I guess Nashville.
That was pretty bad.
It's not really, it was a pretty bad spill. Bull hit me in the side of the head.
Can't believe you still have both your ears.
Yeah, split my ear in half and knocked me out pretty good. I was sleeping in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Outlaw came up to me and said, "Man, they got good beds over there at the Renaissance where we're staying. You didn't have to take a nap out there." So I guess that was my worst one. I've been very, very blessed throughout my career to stay fairly healthy.
Yeah.
Best way to train reaction time for your bull riding, and that comes from D1XONN.
It's an interesting
Dixon,
one.
I guess. It's an interesting name. Best way to train reaction time. Dave just said it. There's no way to really train reaction time except getting on bulls. And Dave doesn't even ride bulls, and he said that.
And I'm never getting on one.
Get on a lot of bulls. The more bulls you get on, the more your reaction time is going to get better. And then it's at your discretion after that point. Like once you start getting really good, you get to the level that you want to, then you can go and say, hey, I don't need to get on this many bulls because my reaction time is there. Or, hey, I need to get on more bulls because my reaction time isn't there. So that's, yeah.
So it's a feeling. Plus, there's no predictable rhythm. I do see some bulls at the events, and once you get into rhythm, you say, oh, okay, the sucker's going to do what I want it to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other times it just goes all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it. That's why I say get on a lot of bulls, because you get a different feel for different things that are going on. A lot of people think that we're all looking for a pattern, and you really shouldn't. That's why it's good to get on stuff you don't know, things you do know. I don't know. Pretty interesting. I say get on a lot of bulls. That's my main thing.
If you ask a different bull rider, you might get a different answer.
You might get a different answer, but my answer will always be get on more bulls. Every time. Let's see. How often were you able to get on bulls for practice? And that question comes from 310.key. How often was I able to? Whenever I was younger, especially whenever I was trying to get to where I am now, it didn't matter how often I got on bulls. I just tried to make the most of it. Sometimes I didn't get to get on bulls like that because my mom, she was kind of the bull riding Scrooge whenever we started out. Sorry, Mom, I love you. But yeah, she was kind of just didn't want me to do it. So sometimes I'd be able to get on a few times in a month, and sometimes I wouldn't be able to. But every time that I went to the practice pen, I made sure I was pretty much the first one there and the last one to leave. Like I wanted to get what I could out of practice.
Because it's not all right down the road.
Yeah.
Well, in Texas, down the road means something totally different.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, down the road.
Could be an hour. Could be 2 hours.
I mean, then that goes into dedication. Like there's a story that everybody loves to tell, especially Scrawny. He loves to tell it that I ran to the practice pen one time. You know,
wow. How far away was it?
15 miles, 10, 15 miles.
Dang.
There's like 10 miles to where I got someone to come and meet me and pick me up.
It's still a long way.
But yeah, ran and walked 10 miles with my backpack on. I just had my bull rope, my spurs, and my boots, and my glove in there because I couldn't bring all my gear because it'd been heavy, so I just borrowed gear with like the vest and stuff, whatever I got to practice. But literally, I don't know. My friend said he could pick me up, and then he was like, well, I can't really because I still got school. If you can get over here somehow and meet me halfway, then that's cool. And I was like, shoot, I just jog over there. And so I grabbed my little backpack and I just started running and got chased by a dog named Chloe, big old red pit bull. And
how far did that dog chase you?
Not very far because I was running and I seen her coming out from underneath the fence and I seen a truck. So I ran and jumped on top of somebody's truck. And I stood there until they came out, till the mom came out and got her. Because at first it's just the kids. The kids yelling, Chloe, no, don't, Chloe, Chloe. It's the only reason why I know the dog's name. Yeah. And the Chloe, don't. And I'm like, oh no, Chloe's coming. And then I seen a hole in the fence and I knew where she was coming. I was like, yeah, I'm going to stand on top of somebody's truck until they can come get me.
Talk about obstacles just to go practice.
Yeah, so.
I feel like in a few years we're going to tell the story again and you're going to say, it was like a marathon. It was like 25 miles, 26 miles.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody picked me up at like, I had 5 miles to go.
Yeah.
We'll make it a tall tale.
Yeah. Well, we'll just elaborate and let the world elaborate on it.
You know what? That'd be a great children's book. I'm just gonna mark it down in here. We'll come back to it.
Do you still team rope? Team roping is pretty much the only team sport in rodeo.
Right.
And it consists of a guy that's roping the head, and there's a guy that ropes the heels, which is back feet of the steer.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much whatever team can do it the fastest wins.
Are you on a horse?
Yeah, you're on a horse.
Oh.
You're on a horse.
Okay, there's 2 horses.
There's 2 horses,
one per
2
person.
guys.
Got it.
Yeah. And then
Dang.
there's 1 steer.
So you got to coordinate.
Yeah. And so just to simple it down, you let the header run out there, and he catches the head, and then he'll take that steer left. And
Okay.
you have to come as a healer,
Yeah.
and you got to rope his feet after he goes left.
Got it.
So that,
Easier said than
yeah,
done. I'm guessing.
it's a lot easier said than. I actually went to a team roping the day after Thanksgiving, embarrassed myself. So if you were at that team roping, that wasn't me, that was my twin.
It was Papa's other nephew.
Yeah, well, my horse, he wasn't working. It was cold. I don't do the cold.
You don't do the cold. Cold in mornings are kind of
And
against
then,
you.
Like, it was like a team roping. Like, I'm out of my element here. I've never really entered a big team roping. They had like 200 teams here at this dang team roping, and I was the most embarrassed and the most scared.
Maybe
I'm not
it
scared to ride bulls, but I'm scared to team rope because
humbled you a little bit.
yeah, I was already humbled whenever I got there. I was like, man,
But you went through with it, so props for that.
yeah, I'm just pissed off at Eli, man. Eli made it seem like such a good idea. And I was like, it is a good idea. And then whenever I woke up that morning, I was like, this is not a good idea. I should just stay at home. Pull the covers over my head. And
He's got that smooth cowboy talk. It's Hot Dad Eli.
Yeah, Hot Dad Eli.
We got to make that shirt. That's way too good.
Hot Dad Eli.
Because Eli and his wife, they just had a twin.
Twin baby girls.
Yeah. So
Blair and Blake. Hey, girls.
that's why we're calling him Hot Dad Eli.
Hot Dad Eli.
It's going to catch on. Interesting. Team roping. Okay, I'm learning. You know what I like about this show is I get to learn a ton about rodeo. So when I go to the events now, I can drop a little thing in a conversation here and there. People say, well, this guy doesn't look like he knows rodeo, but he does.
Speaking of rodeo, we got the NFR going on starting this week.
Are you going to that?
I am going. I'm meeting actually the great people over there at Ariat.
Nice.
I'm meeting them on Sunday. And I guess we're going to go watch the show, and I'm going to get to hang out with Miss Susan and Taylor, I guess, and we're going to have a good time, and my girlfriend gets to go. So,
nice.
Yep. Kills 2 birds with 1 stone,
Is this considered Cowboy Christmas?
Yeah, this is well, so there's 2 different Cowboy Christmases for people that don't know.
This is the big deal, so we got to talk about this.
Yeah, so Cowboy Christmas. There's one Cowboy Christmas that happens over the week of July 4th.
Okay.
And that's when all the rodeo cowboys and cowgirls go out, and it's rodeos after rodeos after rodeos stacked all on top of each other and kind of in the same general area. So it's usually like, I guess you would say, like the Montana, Wyoming kind of area.
Yeah.
And everybody goes to these rodeos, and it's pretty much where the PRCA cowboys and cowgirls make their most money throughout the year.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the make or break they figure out if you're going to make the NFR.
Got it.
So
which is about to happen right now in November. So months later.
So months later. And then there's the Cowboy Christmas that goes for the fans. So that's what Cowboy Christmas is here for. Mm-hmm. It's for the fans pretty much. Whenever you get up to Las Vegas, they have all these insane like booths and stuff like this. Like they have the whole Las Vegas Convention Center, the Convention Center at the South
Which
Point.
Is huge.
Yeah, I think the Convention Center at the Tropicana, like a lot of different places that are just set up with vendors that a lot of it has to do with the Western lifestyle.
Hats and boots.
Shirts, boots, furniture. Buckles, I guess. Yeah, you probably find some buckles in there. Like, you can go in there and find pretty much
a buckle.
Anything you want in there. In the Western world, you can buy anything.
So cowboy. All right, cowboy Christmas. 2 cowboy Christmases.
2 cowboy Christmases. About. Don't get them confused.
No.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna go the second one.
How do you create your style? Choosing boots, clothing, fit, etc.
Well, the easy answer is you have a sweet sponsor. That makes life easy.
Yeah, I do have a sweet sponsor, and then I don't know. I was born with this style.
And then that.
I don't know.
So Ariat plus being born with it.
Yeah, so I gotta credit a lot of my style to my dad whenever I was growing up.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just kind of the way that he raised me, that kind of just dress presentable, and I don't know.
Just presentable?
Presentable, and just make sure that you smell good, and I don't know. I just like clothes.
Those are some practical tips. Yeah. I mean, in the rodeo world, to smell good, that must be tough.
Oh yeah. But me and Keyshawn Whitehorse, we've been taking that crown. That's what Audrey in the office tells us, that me and Keyshawn, we usually always smell good.
That's
so
good.
I've been even stepping up my cologne game because I don't want Keyshawn to beat me.
No, you guys are very competitive.
We are. I don't even like him.
I don't even know why you keep bringing him up. I don't even know
why you keep bringing him up.
Well, let's take a quick break here, and then let's get back to some more questions.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sponsor on the way. If we have one, it'll be right now. Keep it going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How does it feel to bull ride? Now, that is...
It's an open-ended question.
I'm just going to say right then and there, I cannot describe to you what it feels like to ride a bull. I mean, that's something that... I don't know. That's something that you got to experience for yourself. And unless you don't want to get on one, try to ask somebody else, because I've never been able to explain it. I mean, there's nothing that it actually feels like.
Nothing else you've ever experienced.
Yeah. And especially, I don't know, especially like riding stuff like Smooth Operator or Goodnight Robo Show, or like, there's nothing in this world that feels the same as that.
Okay, I mean, straightforward.
Yeah.
If you want to do it,
or ask somebody else, because I'm not good at it.
I feel like people ask you that question a lot. Yeah, it definitely comes up in interviews. I mean, because naturally, if you don't know rodeo or bull riding, you're going to say, "Well, what is it like?" Say, I could come up with answers, because I think I could come up with better answers because I've never done it.
Yeah. What do you think bull riding feels
I'd say it's like a rush of adrenaline, a blur. I'm spinning around, and I'm just like holding on for dear life, and then I let go. I feel like I notice the internal clock on a lot of guys. Mm-hmm. I notice a lot of the Brazilian guys are really good at getting to the 8 and knowing how to release like right away.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't even know how you do that.
I don't know how they do it either.
But ride for 10, we've learned today. Ride for 10.
Let's see. Connor Halverson, this is a good question. This is a good question, because we're going to leave this open-ended. And this should be in like the promo, and then tag Keyshawn.
You're getting tagged.
Keyshawn Whitehorse. Yeah. Connor Halverson asks, 9 holes or 18? Keyshawn?
The floor is yours.
You know, me and Connor would say 18.
Okay.
But Keyshawn might say 9. But Keyshawn's the real golfer.
Why would he say that?
I don't know, Key. Why would you say that?
Hey, actually, you better like call in or leave us a message. Tell us your answer, 9 or 18.
You got his number? You ought to call him and see if he'll.
It's a little early for him. Actually, he should be up. He's
probably
working.
Be up. He's an early bird, dude.
Let's try him.
Try him. We're gonna try Keyshawn Whitehorse. What is one of the biggest challenges you faced in your career, and how'd you solve it? I don't know, the biggest challenge that I've had in my career so far, and that comes from Mia _de Hoyos. I don't know, however you say that. I'm not good with names. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But one of the biggest challenges I faced, and I still have yet to get over it, is getting out of my own way. I mean, I guess as people, we're kind of programmed to, not want to, let ourselves succeed. And that's been my biggest problem. And I think that some days it's there and some days it's not there. It's all about, I don't know, it's all about the day, I guess. So whenever I figure out how to change that, then I'll let you know.
I'll tell you what helps me is I wake up and like first thing, pray. And then just say, I'm grateful that I woke up. Mm-hmm. If I can put that in my head, the rest of my day goes great. No matter what actually happens throughout the day, my attitude does not change. So that's what I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's golden.
Yeah. That's free.
That is free.
That's free advice.
Woo.
All right.
I like that one.
Let me try to call Keyshawn here. I'm going to FaceTime him. I'm going to get aggressive with it. So it should be 8:18 a.m. in Utah, unless they're on Mountain Time, and it might be later.
Mm-hmm. What a loser!
He must be working. I know he's trying to get you out there to work on his build barns for him or something.
It's not gonna happen.
No dice.
What a dude, Keyshawn.
No. All right. Well,
get you
if
another.
he calls us back, I'll pick up during the show.
Yeah. What is your favorite bull riding event ever through your life? And that comes from official J Thread. I guess my favorite bull riding to go to of the year, every year, has to be Big Sky, Montana. I think that is like the most beautiful country up there, and the fans are insane. Like by the time that event goes on sale, within a minute or two, it's already sold out.
Dang.
So like everybody comes, and like Justin Timberlake, it keeps supposing to be there, but he ain't showed up yet for me.
No.
I'm trying to meet Justin Timberlake.
What celebrities have you met at that one?
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I have met any celebrities at that one, but I have met a lot of celebrities.
That's true.
And that's crazy to me.
Sly Stallone?
Huh?
Did you meet him?
Yeah, I met
Rocky.
I met Patrick Dempsey, Dr. McDreamy, or whatever you want to call him.
That's right. I remember that. He's from Maine, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. I used to date his cousin.
Really?
Yeah. Weird. Small world.
Yeah, I've met Oba. I met, I don't know. I met a lot of celebrities. I met Mike Epps. That was cool in the airport.
Yeah. Montana. I got to get to the Montana event.
That's my favorite. So if you have enough money and you really want to go to a cool event, I'd say go to Big Sky, Montana.
And it's in a warm month.
It's in a warm month. So it's in July, usually. So hopefully the team events next year don't go over that one, because I really want to go again. It's my favorite.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The teams are coming.
Question from J_more_24. How
Who's
hot
that?
is your girlfriend?
Who? Why would somebody ask you that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's a direct question.
It is a direct question.
What, are you doing a 1 to 10 scale?
A 1 to 10 scale.
You doing the crazy hot scale? Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, crazy hot scale.
We can still stick to 1 to 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10. Yeah, we'll just go with like broke my scale. My girlfriend's hot.
That was a good answer, man. You did a good job with that one.
Yeah, don't get in trouble.
So whoever you are out there that asked that was a tough question.
This is from my buddy Daddy _ Bandito.
Oh yeah, man.
Old JD.
Yep.
For shit show.
JD.
That was for him. For shit show. He also said, "Am I valid?" Ha. You valid, bro.
He was asking me, he DM'd me, he's like, "Hey man, how do I be like you?" And I just was like, LOL, like, I don't know. Thanks for the compliment. He goes, "No, but really, I want to get into video. How do I do it?"
Yeah, he wants to come out and meet you.
Yeah, we've hung out a couple times at the events, because he was he knows Jess real good, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he was like filming in the locker room. I just said, "Hey, if you could just vlog all this crazy stuff that happens, just point your camera and hit the button."
He's got a badass TikTok right now. All of it.
He does.
TikTok is badass. Y'all go check him out. Let's see. Is this how you imagine yourself right before you started at Hillsborough College? And that comes from Jimito_95. Sorry if I butcher these guys, but y'all got some weird usernames.
And it's the morning.
Yeah, and it's the morning. But is this where I imagine myself? I don't know exactly where I imagine myself. I guess I haven't got to where I imagined myself yet, because I imagine myself being a world champion by now, which hasn't happened, and which it will. We just got time.
Yeah,
just time. It's not my timing yet, but yeah, for the most part, I've always thought that I could make it somewhere, and I was always determined. So, did I expect it to happen as fast and not realize how fast everything's rolling and how it goes on? But no, but I am where I want to be, just not quite as high.
I think a lot of things other than the championship have happened really fast.
Yeah.
And probably stuff you didn't even expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be like, I don't know, I didn't expect to blow up as much as I did as far as my name went. And I really didn't realize the power of like social media per se, or just the media in general. And I didn't think that I'd be like, I don't know, noticed like walking through an airport or something like that.
Right.
I thought it was just bull riding. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. And then like the fact that I've been on Good Morning America twice.
That's an accomplishment. Yeah, GQ.
Had a picture in the Vogue piece. And the Snapchat show. I never dreamt of stuff like that, or just different opportunities that I've got to be a part of.
That's stuff I didn't think I would get to work on for another, I don't know, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
You kind of think, I have to get to this certain age in order to do X, Y, and Z. Especially in filmmaking world, I figured I wouldn't get to produce or direct something until I'm 40 plus. And, here we are for like a year and a half. We worked on that Snap show. GQ, Vogue, all happened in the same weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I don't know. I'm really excited to see where the future leads and where I can go from here. I still want to make that acting debut.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah. We need to, I want to see that happen.
Those are the things that I do. When he's doing his job, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, to see if I actually want to do it.
Yeah. Being yourself is one thing. Being somebody else, that's acting.
I mean, the piece that could probably come up, that'd be cool. I think I can pull that one.
Acting. We're putting it out there in the universe.
In the universe. Let's see what else we got.
Keyshawn's got 17 and a half minutes to call me back.
Do you want to see more racial diversity in the sport of bull riding? That question comes from Aguilar_Gino. That's an interesting question for me, because do I want to see it? Yes. But also I want people to do what they want to do. I don't want to feel like I'm pushing this way of life on other people in a way. But I also do want to encourage the people that are coming up. And I would like to see, some more African Americans step up to the plate as far as the world of professional bull riding goes. And I want to see pretty much just more different kind of races in it anyway. I don't know. It's pretty interesting, but like I think it's more of a culture thing, and if we can get more people open up to the culture, then the probability of having more guys on a competitive level would increase. And there's a lot of diversity there already. It's just a means to be able to do it.
It's a lot like hockey. So up in the Northeast, where I'm from, Maine, if you have a lot of money, like if your family has money, you can play hockey because it's like ice time. You get up at 4 a.m. Your parents got to drive you. You need skates, hockey sticks, like multiple sticks, a huge bag, gear. I mean, the list goes on and on. And I know for you guys, you got to get to all your events. You got to have a helmet, spurs, rope, glove, vest. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into that. And if, like you said, you're not part of that culture or exposed to it, it might seem a little daunting to think you can't just go jump in the chute. I mean, I guess if you're Dale Brisby, you can go jump in the chute. But like if you're, trying to do it as a career, yeah, that's an investment.
Yeah, no, and then I think in the next 10 years or so, you'll see a lot of young guys come up, and a lot of diversity that's going to come up. There's so many different talents. I mean, just not just African American. There's a few young Latino Americans that are coming up, and I've even seen some like young Asian guys. So
I like it.
I think it's gonna work out. And then like Keyshawn and Cody Jesus, they do a great job of bringing in that Navajo culture to make them, some of these guys want to be better. And so does Dakota Lewis, like just those native guys, and Colton Jesse too. I mean, there's a bunch of native guys that are opening up doors that make other guys want to be better. So I think the diversity is coming, and I don't know. It's just all about culture and opening up new doors.
It's an eventuality. It's just over time it's gonna happen.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about yourself? What keeps you hungry? And that comes from It's Figgy. Let's see.
You're always hungry.
Yeah. I'm always hungry. I like to eat. But no, what's my favorite thing about myself? The older I get, the more that I stop caring about what other people think or say. And I think that's what helps me stay hungry too, is because I really don't care. At the end of the day, if you don't like me or you don't want to be around me anymore, so be it. I'm done. I'm done with people thinking that their opinion matters.
Somebody told me if I have an opinion of you, negative or positive, it's none of your business. Like somebody else's opinion of me, it's none of my business. Got nothing to do with me. It's everything with them.
It is going to cause them more pain. That the fact that they can't like me.
Yeah.
Then it's not going to bother me. I really don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, just to put it as simple as it can be, is like I just really stopped caring about what other people would think of me. And because at the end of the day, I mean, I can have all these great people around me, and I can have all this negative around me, but at the end of the day, whenever I die, I go to the grave by myself. And, the only person I have to answer to is God when I get to those gates. So that's
nice and simple.
That's one of my favorite things about me. And if you're ready to walk out my life, you can go. How are you so good? That comes from Chancey _ I wouldn't say I'm that good yet, because I ain't won the world title. But if I'm going to say anything, like I said, I got on a bunch of bulls. I don't know why. I'm going to reiterate this to every young guy out there. Get on a bunch of bulls. That's what I learned from. I learned from actually trial and fire. You know? So do that.
Fire.
Do that. Who was great in the... I can't talk.
Keyshawn.
Oh, we got Keyshawn.
Keyshawn. Welcome to the show.
Keyshawn, what you doing, buddy?
Not much, man. Not much.
You're in the Chute Club right now. You know that, right? Yeah, we're recording a podcast, and I did a Q&A for this episode, and I got a question that came from the interweb for you.
All right.
Comes from Connor Halverson. 9 holes or 18?
Oh, man.
It's a simple question. It's
9 for sure.
9 for sure.
Why?
Why 9 holes, Key? I thought you were a golfer.
You never know where you might have to be.
Okay, I
right.
got you. I got you. So, y'all heard it here first. Keyshawn only plays 9 holes of golf.
Thanks, Key.
Gotta take care of business. You can't be out on that course all day.
Nah, you're right.
You're right. You're right. But whenever you're supposed to be on that course all day and you decide to, skip out.
Hey, man.
No, it was because of weather. It did start raining, but the rain stopped. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, but there was a chance precipitation.
Yeah. All right, that was the only question I had for you. That's why we had to throw you in here in the Chute Club and throw you to the Wolves. I figured it'd be really funny just to add you in. But, you know, me as a non-golfer, I'd still say 18 holes is where it's at, you know, especially whenever it was free 18 holes.
Hey, man, I'll pay for your next 18 if you're so butthurt. I'll kick your ass. Okay.
Oh, you got called out.
He will, though. I can't talk shit. He's a better golfer than I am. I don't.
On top of that, you still owe me a visit over here.
Hey, man.
Your ass.
Hey, we'll see you later, Keyshawn. We love you.
You made a deal.
See, we love Keyshawn. He's over here
Keyshawn,
talking about
what a good guy. Came on the show.
And came on the show and said I had to go
Talking
work
about some
for him or something.
nonsense.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
Who was your greatest inspiration to you growing up? That comes from Ken.baby.
I like how you added that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of Y's.
Hey. It's like when somebody says, hey.
Hey. My biggest inspiration probably was my dad growing up. Just because, I mean, what kid doesn't want to look up to their dad, really?
Yep.
He's a good guy. Is a good guy. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Worst injury during rap. We already kind of answered that one. Cameron_Rose. Can I get Max to be my agent?
I don't know.
How good do you ride? No, and that's a pretty good. It's a good question to ease into something else, and I don't really know you, Cameron_Rose. I guess I got to check out your profile, but whenever you go into, I get a lot of questions about getting an agent and getting sponsors, but a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't realize it too when I was younger, is that what do you have to offer a sponsor or an agent?
That's right.
If you're coming to me now and you're asking, hey, how do I get blank sponsors, but you don't present yourself well and you don't ride all that well. Not saying that you don't have the potential to ride well later on.
Right.
But even when you do ride well, what do you have to offer? Are you just still going to open rodeos and the county fair and blah, blah, blah? I mean, that's going to work for some local business, but when you want to talk about getting into like corporate type sponsors that are going to pay you real money, you have to have something to offer them.
And you have to have something besides just your bull riding.
Yeah. So I don't know. My biggest advice is on that part is just to be yourself and then ride good. I mean, after that, then you can come talk to Max, or Max is going to come talk to you.
Yep.
I'd rather people come talk to me and ask me. That way they need me. I don't need them, you know?
Yep.
Um,
Got to have value. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been looking at this offseason, just trying to see who's trying to build their personal brand and bring them onto the team. Because there's a ton of talented guys, but I'm not necessarily going to sign or want to sign somebody just purely on their riding ability and where they ranked.
Yeah.
That's good. That helps. But if you're not willing to do what we're doing right now and get in front of the camera and talk to your fans and, do that consistently, I can't really help you.
Yeah. I mean,
not saying you can't get a sponsor, but.
And that's the thing with this agency, especially, like, y'all want everybody, to build a brand outside of, just bull riding. I mean, whether it's Cool Cowboy Eli or whatever, Hot Dad Eli, or if you want to look at myself, like I have plans to, whenever I'm done doing whatever I want to do, I want maybe get into acting.
Yeah. And
then I also have the other side of me that is going to sit at the house and ride my horses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be wanting to be me. You can be Eli, but just play play your role,
Right.
you know, and engage fans and bring more fans to your likeness. You know, that way you can make money outside of this. So that's a really good question.
Yeah, long-term thinking. That's what I'll say. You just want to think about this is for you a stop in your career. You're gonna enjoy it as long as you can, as long as you want to, and then after you're done bull riding, we're on to the next thing.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What shampoo does Dell use? That comes from Noah David _ Benitez. If I had to guess, he looks like a mane and tail kind of guy.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
Mane and tail, or like, I don't know. He has good volume. What's that other? Whatever the women use, you know,
Like Pantene Pro V.
Pantene Pro or something. Yeah,
He's probably he honestly, I'd be surprised if he doesn't have his own product in the works.
probably. Like, what would he call it? Del Poo or something?
Maine and Brisbee.
Man in Brisbane.
I don't know.
Something. He's got something. Would you like to ride at the NFR? I don't know. That is a fun question for me because I've always kind of wanted to ride at the NFR. That's a very prestigious event, and I think it is every guy that makes that and every woman that makes that is a legend in their own right. I mean, you go all year long, and you have to be in that top 15 in the world there to make it to the NFR. So, in a sense, yes, I really would like to, but am I going to? That's a question for a later day because as far as my career right now, I have a lot to accomplish here in the PBR. And then I also, I don't know if I want to travel that much, you know.
That's a lot of travel. From what
I've heard. A lot of travel. So like 3 months out of your year, you're literally going.
Dang.
Going. So I don't know, but definitely is an option eventually, just not right now in this point in my career. So
Good answer.
yeah, but I am going to watch it. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Shout out to all my buddies. Shout out to John Douch for making his first NFR in the calf roping.
Nice.
And he was actually a good friend of mine in college. So he finally made his first NFR. We've been waiting on him for a while. He's dealt with some injuries. So, but big shout out, John. I'm proud of you. And then also proud of everybody else that made it. Bujo, you know, JB. The list goes on. On Creek Young, congrats on your first one. I'm probably going to forget a bunch of people, so I'm going to get off that subject. So, but congrats to everybody that made the NFR.
Legit.
Can I have your chaps? No.
Somebody already took one pair of your chaps.
Yeah, somebody, you go find that pair that somebody stole in Corpus Christi and
Finders keepers,
I guess. If you give them back, if you want to give them back, that'd be nice though too.
Christmas is coming, so you know, anonymous gifts are fine.
How did you and Eli Bassbinder meet, and how close are y'all? Dang, we're just talking about Hot Dad. What up, Hot Dad? All right, and that question comes from SMOD _5.0.
I thought it was going to be from Eli.
Yeah. Me and Eli, I don't even know if he remembers, but me and Eli met when I believe him and Sage Kimsey came down to the college to get on practice bulls before the NFR with Cole Melanson. And I don't know. Whenever I met Eli, I thought he was a turd. I thought he was kind of a jackass. And
why is that? Before you talked to him or
no,
after?
It was while we were talking, and I didn't realize that Eli's shy. Like
yeah,
like
for real.
Until you get him warmed up, then he's shy. Like he's like standoffish or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, man, this guy's a turd. Like I've watched him on the CBR. I've watched pretty much watched him for a long time, and I was like, man, this guy's really cool. I want to meet him. And then I get to meet him, trying to talk to him, and he's like blowing me off, and I'm like, dang, what a jackass. And then fast forward, he starts coming to PBRs and stuff like that, and I ran into him in some other places, and just became friends more and more. And then moving up here to North Carolina, he lives here too. and then we kind of just started running into each other. And after that, he got on tour, and I don't know, we just really hit it off. I mean, there ain't really many bull riders up here that are at the same level as us or want to achieve that same level. No offense to any guy that's here, but I mean, there's a level of dedication that needs to kind of be brought up here. And there's some guys that hang out with us that do have that level of dedication. It's just going to be as far as getting them there. But me and Eli started hanging out, and we're the only two bull riders on tour that live here now. So,
Yep.
I mean, it was easy to become pretty close friends. And he keeps trying to convince me into doing more and more cowboy stuff, which I'm not opposed to, but that guy's a cowboy, man.
He is.
He makes me jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't answer my phone call last night, so I guess we're not too close friends. Can I do one more question?
Yeah, let's do one more question.
All right. This is the one I was looking for at the very start of the show, and it was, when you developed into a top contender, what was the biggest distractions you had, you cut out? And I really wanted to answer this question because it came from A. Belcher. I think that's actually one of the kids from around here. I think the biggest thing that I had to learn to cut out, and it's not saying cut them completely out of your life, but there's certain friends or certain people that you hang around right now. Do they feed your fire or they put water on it? And I had to learn that I had to leave. You know, a lot of, like, each step of my career, each step that I made it further. So say going off to college was one of the biggest steps I made. And that required me leaving behind all my friends that I rode bulls with back home. And then I seen growth there. And then fast forward, moving to Winston, I had to let go of people.
Yep.
You know, I had to let go of things.
And being really far from family.
Being far from family. It takes you getting out of your comfort zone to find new comforts, I feel. Like, even starting this podcast a few weeks ago, I thought it was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know what to talk about. But
Right.
the more that I do it, the more it seems to be more natural. But each step in my career has been removing something that made me feel comfortable that wasn't necessarily good for me. And I feel like that's one of my biggest problems whenever I started riding bulls was I felt like all my friends that were riding bulls with me, if I was going ahead of them, I had to pull them up.
Right.
And all the while, they're still pulling me down because they weren't applying themselves. Or they could ride just as good as me, but there was other things in their life that they wanted more than this. And, like, letting go of, like, when they're all at home partying, I was out on the road trying to get better and trying to win money.
Right.
And of course I wanted to go and hang out with my friends at the party, but it was something that I had to realize for myself that it wasn't really worth it. You know, you could party whenever you're successful.
Right.
And that's where I'm at now too. You know, I had to still have to let go of stuff, you know, but we're growing and we're learning. But
yeah, you got to climb that ladder with two hands, not one.
yeah.
Can't carry everybody.
Shout out Compton Cowboys for the sick
Hey.
tea. Appreciate the Christmas present.
Hey, nice. Yeah.
I guess it's closing time here at the Chute Club. So
Lock her up.
we'll see y'all later. I'm Ezekiel Mitchell with my good buddy
Davis Media.
Davis Media. So we'll see y'all next time in the Chute Club. Love y'all. Peace out. God bless. No sweat.
I can ride that bull for hours and my boots can't walk a mile. Now the shoot is going down like 4 flat tires. I'm dripping blue just like the sky. I got that drip, check how I ride. And if you think I'm slowing down, you must ain't know it.